Welcome to the Puff and Run podcast show, your number one source for news, information about marijuana and running, the latest updates on the 420 cross country team, and races around the nation, and behind the scenes details of the Puff and Run TV web series production schedule. Bringing you all the news and more, here's your host, the Vegas 420 Runner.
Welcome back to the Puff and Run podcast show. You're tuning in to episode number 5, and this is going to be hopefully the last or one of the last episodes focused entirely on the past. For the past couple of episodes 1 through 4, I just kind of been bringing everybody up to speed on who I am as the Vegas 420 runner and how I got involved in cannabis public relations and all about my mission to destigmatize cannabis across the United States and the world. So everybody got a little bit of insight on how I began running, the different distances I've done, and how I became a triathlete. And, I just kind of briefly went over that as much as I could in the short amount of time that I had. For those of you who tuned in, I ask you to forgive me for rambling and ranting on and on about my past races. Anyhow, this is episode number 5, and in this episode, I'm going to talk more about the 420 cross-country team and that kind of the idea about that and kind of the plan for this year and the purpose of this show a little bit more in depth. I really want to just get done with this past, bringing people up to date, so we can get right on the present, because we got a lot of big things coming up. As most of you know, I've just returned from Portland, Oregon, where I attended the SSDP, Students for Sensible Drug Policy, annual conference, 2017 annual conference, and I also competed in the Vortex Half Marathon in Estacada, Oregon, where I took first place in my age division, along with my teammate Simon Anderson, who also took first place in her age division as well. And this weekend we have the 420 games. So for the first time in the history of this podcast, I'm going to drop the date on you. Yes, it is March 29th. It's about 10 minutes away from midnight. My clock just hit midnight as I said that, and it's 10 minutes fast. So it's about to be March 30th. And I'm trying to get some of this content up and done and up around the time, give or take a few days or so, of the 420 games on April 1st in Los Angeles. I want to put a few of these episodes up, shortly before, the day of, or the day after, basically. So I'm trying to get some of this backstory out of the way. And the 420 cross-country team is more present. It's not the past. It just launched in 2017. But there is a little backstory behind it. I'm going to talk about that. And really, hopefully, next time I tune in to next time you tune in to episode 6, it will be all present time, real time. Of course, I do want to link up with one of my classmates that attended the SSDP annual conference with me, and just briefly discuss some of the conference with him on one episode. And same thing with the Vortex. Hopefully, we can get Simon Anderson on, if not live and in person, perhaps over the phone somehow, and get her to chime in and talk about that race that we did up there in Estacada, Oregon, the Vortex Half Marathon. All right, so 420 cross country. As you guys know, I am the Vegas 420 runner, And when I first, started getting this idea as the Vegas 420 runner, if you guys remember, I was originally just the 420 runner. Although I called myself the Vegas 420 runner, initially I didn't put that on the social media. I only just put 420 runner because I thought the 420 would speak to people. I wanted the 420 to be in the front. And so I was the 420 runner, but although I called myself the Vegas 420 runner, and I spoke on social media and stuff like that, and then later I switched my social media handle to Vegas 420 runner, realizing that the word Vegas speaks to a lot more people than 420, a lot more of my target audience, I feel like. And so then I became the Vegas 420 runner, and the idea was I was kind of hoping for people around the country to co-opt the idea and kind of, take ownership of the concept. And so I wanted people to take it upon themselves to be like, oh, look what he's doing. That's a great idea. You know what? I live in Chicago. I smoke 420 and I run. I'm the Chicago 420 runner. Oh, cool. I'm the Orlando 420 runner. I'll be the Denver 420 runner. Oh, this is awesome. I'm the Frisco 420 runner. And I wanted people to start kind of picking it up on their own. At one point I was even thinking that, we're going to have 5 or 10 Vegas 420 runners here because all of us live in Vegas, we smoke, we run. So I'm the Vegas 420 runner, they're the Vegas 420 runner. And so, I was thinking people would do that. This is one of the ideas that I was trying to leak, that I wasn't trying to trademark or anything like that. I was like, let me leak this out and get this jumped off. I thought it would sweep across the country in a major way, and even though I didn't make any monetary gain from it, I'd be able to look back and be like, look, this is a project that I worked on. This is a national campaign that I started that swept across the nation. So that was one of my ideas that I was kind of putting out there for free. I wanted people to, quote unquote, steal the idea for themselves. But that never happened. It never really picked up. Even with people that do smoke and do run, they would see my content and be like, oh, that's cool, that's awesome, I like it, I love it. But they wouldn't take that sense of ownership to take it to the next level and go one step beyond by becoming the 420 runner of their city or state. So that's when I started thinking, how can I help people join in on the idea and help them to participate? That's when I started to get the idea of 420 cross country. Yes, 420 cross country. I was on, I haven't even spoke about this. I didn't tell you guys about this in my history, but I was on the cross country team, okay, in 7th grade, 8th grade, in 10th grade. In 9th grade, I thought the high school team ran too far, so I just decided to play tennis. But yeah, so I ran cross country for 3 years, 7th grade, 8th grade, and 10th grade. And basically, yeah, that's the extent of my running career prior to my 5K, my very first 5K in 2012. So, yeah, I wanted people to be able to participate and join, and so I said, let me start the 420 cross country team. And this was also going to be a way for me to, I wanted to begin to just figure out how to, I was able to run and compete, and I thought, my teammates, they should be able to run and compete, and with all their, entry fees and whatnot paid for as well. So I was trying to think of a way to get my friends to run and compete, and even though they weren't doing this specifically or they didn't have a large following or stuff like that, I figured if they're on the team and they're part of an event that I'm doing, that, sponsors may also be interested in picking up some advertising space on their gear as well. So I started to put together the 420 cross country team. At first it was just going to be here in Vegas, so me and my friends could run for free by cultivating cannabis sponsorships. From there, the idea started to grow into a more national idea as I started to realize, like, I was looking into the 420 games. I would go to their website every day. As soon as the year January 1st came, or even before that, in December, I was going to the 420 Games website every single day. Like, okay, the schedule's going to come out. When's the next race? When's the next race? Waiting on that schedule to come out. And, the day they put their schedule out, even though a lot of the dates at the time were TBA, to be announced, but just seeing what city, what month, I was just like, yes, yes. And so I knew I was going to be following the 420 Games tour all over the country, and that's when I was like, you know what, I might as well make this a whole national thing with the 420 cross country thing. Besides, we are trying to take this message across the country. So that's when I started working on the idea of 420 cross country. Let's get this thing up and going. And so essentially, here's what the idea is kind of boiling down to in somewhat of a nutshell, okay? And then I'll tell you about some of the membership levels that we're doing. But basically, and this is also going to talk about Puff and Run. So essentially, this is exactly what I'm trying to do. It started out with just going to only all the 420 Games events, and after I marked the 420 Games events throughout the year in my schedule, I started looking for other races and conferences, etc., to attend. So here's what the plan kind of shaped up to be like. I go to the 420 Games event, okay, and we take a camera person, or we get like some video people at whichever location, and they're filming me and or my team and 420 cross country team, and so this video footage is the main component to the Puff and Run TV web series. But see, really the footage is going to be about like the journey to get to the game, to the 420 Games, and now we're in LA just touching down, you know what I mean? Here we are, we have arrived. All right, here's the day of the event, what we do kind of beforehand. Then we might interview somebody from the squad, from the race organization, and ask them about, how they got this started and what are their dreams for the future, something like that, kind of include that. Interview some people that participated in the event and stuff like that, and then we're going to do at the end of every episode is basically a call to action to get off your ass and join the 420 cross country team. And just to get cannabis users motivated and into health and fitness, and to get health and fitness people to open their mind about cannabis use as a healthy alternative to alcohol and aspirins for post-race workouts and recoveries. For post-race and workout recovery. So anyways, now, there's a couple of components to that. So we got the going to the race, participating in the race, kind of telling people around the nation, meet us at the 420 Games. Sign up for the 420 Games and meet us there, as a cross-country team member. So these races around the country are going to be like a rallying point for the cross-country team where we meet up, hopefully in numbers, in decent numbers. We'll be able to meet there. And then we'll be filming the video there of the web series episode, about our time at the 420 Games. Anybody from the cross-country team that comes out to participate in the 420 Games will definitely be in the video. And so the video is also a call to action for people to join the cross-country team and meet us at these different races. Okay. Now, we do have other races throughout the year in different states and stuff. A number of them are in Vegas, and basically any, depending on, any team leaders where they have races at, that could be an official race on the schedule. So, and we also want to attend running and healthy fitness conference type things where we can go and spread the good news about the ganja and stuff like that. So I plan on crashing a couple of running conferences this year with the help of the cannabis industry, because we need sponsorship to attend and stuff like that. But my intention is to be a speaker at some of those conferences, and if I'm not a speaker, then I plan to uh, set up myself to be a speaker in 2018 at the same conference. Um, so yeah, and we want the video cameras to follow us to the conferences, the running conferences, the marijuana conferences where I talk about health and fitness, the running conferences where I talk about marijuana, and to the races that we do, and also the film festivals that we enter and become accepted into, and hopefully win some type of recognition. We want the camera to follow us to all of those events, kind of documenting all of that, and that will be the Puff and Run TV web series. And again, that's going to be about 1 or 2 episodes a month. Now, the Puff and Run podcast show, which you're currently listening to, is going to be the updates of everything that's taken place. So this episode may run a little bit longer because I'm just trying to get all this stuff out and bring you all the way fully up to speed, so we can kind of slow down a bit, and yeah. So basically, at this point, it is March 29th. March 30th, I guess. It's midnight, so March 30th. And I'm getting ready to go to the 420 Games event in Los Angeles on April 1st. And we will be making more episodes out there. At least 1 or 2 episodes. We want to talk with the people from the 420 Games and also the people from MJ Fit Nut, who I've mentioned both of those organizations numerous times throughout the first 4 or 5 episodes of this podcast. So if you haven't got a chance to check those guys out, definitely get on your computer, type it in, 420games.org, and go on social media and look up MJ Fit Nut, MJ Fit F-I-T Nut N-U-T, and they can and the social media will direct you to the website. These are other running cannabis running websites. So if you're a runner and you think I'm the only crazy one out here doing this, you're wrong. There's an entire race organization and also a nice couple, and they're all doing the same thing. We're all working at it from different angles. So please check out their material, check out their content and stuff like that. And so, yeah, now back to the 420 cross country team. So here's how it shapes up. Here's how it currently shapes up, okay? All you got to do, you want to be on the team, all you got to do is buy a hat or a shirt. Bam. You're on the team. Official member of the team. Hat and or shirt. Hopefully you get both because they just look better together. Or you can just get one or the other. Either way it goes, you're official member of the team. Now what this means is that when you race, if you're an official member of the team and you race, that means we're going to put your photo from your race along with your stats on the website. So you'll have your photo and your race stats on the website every time you race, and you're wearing, some of the gear. We'll get your photo and your race stats on the website. That is for all rookie members of the team. By purchasing a hat and or a shirt, you are the rookie member level. You're a rookie, okay? So that is how you become a rookie member, and that's the benefits of the rookie members. You get to put we share your photo and your race stats on Facebook and on the website. Now, the next membership up, okay, and all these prices are subject to change, of course, with the popularity of the program. So get in while it's hot, okay? The next membership up is the Pro membership. Now, the Pro membership costs $14.20 per year. Okay, this is an annual fee that will make you a pro member for the year. However, for a limited time, until April 20th, you can sign up for the year for just $4.20. So that's less than $5 and you're on the team. And the yearly membership expires December 31st. So you do get a little bit of a break here, but yeah, it's December 31st. January 1st is starting a whole new thing, so it's not an entire year. So that's why the people that get on board a little bit early get that little break. It's $4.20 until April 20th. And now when you're a pro member, you we're going to post your photos, your race photos and race results will be posted on the website and the Facebook, as well as the Instagram, and your results will go up on Twitter as well. So you'll be on the Twitter and the Instagram. But the most important benefit to the pro is that you will have the ability to blog on the site. So we will post your blog, your blogs and your race reports on the website, and you'll be able to get that blogging time in. Let me see if there's something else I remember. Race day, yep. Access. Oh yeah, official race kit. You'll be able to access the official race kit, which is coming soon, which is like the shorts, the shirt, the hat, the stuff that we sell now, the hat and the shirt. This is like the practice jersey, basically. This is like the practice jersey. Again, we don't have an official logo yet. This is a temporary logo. We are currently hosting a logo design competition. The winner of the logo design competition will receive a free membership for a year or longer, possibly 2 years, or at least a full year, or 2 years, fuck it. So yeah, the winner of the logo design competition will receive that. Now, and all these things are going to be developing more and more. All these opportunities and stuff are going to begin developing more and more as the team grows. Now, the next level, there's another level of membership, but it doesn't cost this next level of membership doesn't really cost any more money, but it's the elite level. And what that means is that you are a dues-paying pro-level member who has the ability to finish in the top 10. You're a top 10 finisher. You know, that pretty much puts you at the elite level. If you can be a top 10 finisher, you know, a podium finisher, you know, or a top 10 finisher, sending in your results and stuff like that, we're going to get you to the elite level, and I'll tell you what that adds on to in a minute. And also we have the team, where you get a city team if you have 2 or 3 members who have paid their membership dues. You got 2 or 3 members. The team, there is a little bit more of a cost for the team. It's $42 at this time, and that gets your team its own tab in the drop-down menu under teams. Right now we just have Las Vegas, and then we'll also have, shortly we'll have Portland. And so basically, yeah, you get your team page, and your members get the now, with the pro membership, you have a limited blogging ability. But with the team membership, you have unlimited blogging ability, okay? And you get your own page on the drop-down menu, unlimited blogging. And, yeah, so this is the main benefits of the pro and elite, is when we start working with these large cannabis businesses about promoting their brand across the nation and stuff. What you get is with the team membership and the elite membership, you guys are at the top of the list when we are looking for people to sponsor to do their races for free. So elite members and team members are at the top of the list, and then also pro is on the list as well. We're going to be reaching out to some pro members particularly the ones that are very active on social media. Those are going to be the main pro members that we're going to be looking to help sponsor the races, the ones that get a lot of shares, get a lot of likes, create a lot of discussion. Those are the pro members that we're looking at. But now another advantage to being an elite member or a team member is that you will have access to bi-weekly Google Chat brainstorming sessions. And we haven't started these yet, but these are coming up bi-weekly. Every other week we'll have like a 30-minute or 1-hour Google Chat brainstorming session where we can just basically talk about races we got coming up, talk about, the schedule, and things of that nature. Sometimes depending on what state we're in or depending on what event we're doing, like let's say that you're a 420 cross country member in Indiana, and you can't. You're a 420 cross country member in Indiana, and let's say the cannabis businesses that we're working with aren't sponsoring any races. Don't really care about marketing their brand in Indiana, so they're not able to contribute to any of your races or whatever. However, let's say that you want to travel, you're taking a trip, you're going to go visit some people in Florida. Well, we know we got a race going on in Florida, and this particular cannabis brand wants to advertise down there. We'll try to line it up so that when you get down to Florida, you'll be able to do your race for free and things like that. But we'll know your race schedule. We're going to be keeping up with everybody on the team. We're going to keep up with everybody's race schedule so we can basically help 420 cross country team members connect with other team members, all over the country in whatever state. So that Google Chat, that bi-weekly, so basically twice a month. I'm thinking right now twice a month, maybe once a month. I mean, it really just depends. But it's going to be like a brainstorming session, so it's not going to be like a lot of, strategy and executing. It's kind of brainstorming, seeing where everybody's at, seeing, what people are thinking and stuff like that. All this stuff is not necessarily listed out in detail on the website, but it will be detailed out on the website as soon as I start updating the website again. I just got really busy, so I'm going to update that stuff on the website. So that brings you up to speed with 420 cross country and exactly kind of what the plan is. In the next episode, I'm going to go over I'll go over I kind of already went over January. Ain't nothing really happened. February. Yeah, so in the next episode, I'm going to go over February and March in a little bit more detail. Now that we're all the way brought up to speed in 2017, I'll go over February and March in detail just to go over let's see, we had 3 races this year. Wait, no, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 races this year. And we've taken home 3 medals, a few top 10 finishes, 1 podium, a couple age group firsts, and yeah, so we're looking pretty good right now. But anyway, so in episode 6, I will go over February and March in greater detail and start to preview the 420 games, I guess. And hopefully we'll be having some special guests. So don't forget, if you want to find out more about any of the stuff I've been talking about, just go to www.redefinecannabis.com. That's REDEFINECANNABIS, redefinecannabis.com, or check us out at 420crosscountry.org, 420crosscountry.org. And you could find out more about me on all the social media platforms at Vegas 420 Runner. I'm the Vegas 420 Runner on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And for all of our biggest and most true fans, supporters, and followers, log on to Patreon, because we're really trying to I want to figure out if I can get that thing going, because we got a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna prevent myself from rambling on any further. You've been listening to episode 5 of the Puff and Run podcast show, and we hope to have you back here again for episode 6. If you're tired of all the stuff about the past, have no fear. It's only the present and forward from here. This is the Vegas 420 Runner. Over and out.